I was 14 months and a mother and baby home. My mother and father went out one Sunday on an open day and picked me out of the cots and said, we want that one. I got married, had 3 children, I got divorced, and I'm now remarried again, happily married. I did talk to one man earlier on there, by the way, who's offered to be a volunteer. He came to Ireland 10 years ago. And also, one of my friends is actually from Nigeria, and he came here as an asylum seeker many years ago. And he even has a problem with the way immigration is not being controlled at the moment in Ireland. I don't believe the government, I don't believe Sinn Féin, and I don't believe Soc Dems and Labour, I don't believe the opposition when they say they want to do something about immigration. Because I believe what they want to do is process the people faster to get them into accommodation. I think what the people want is a fair immigration system. They want our immigration laws enforced. I mean, we're surrounded by water. It's not rocket science. You know, we should have centres and IPAS or similar IPAS reception centres at Larne, at Belfast Airport, George Best Airport if it's being used, you know, Dublin Airport, Rosslare, where we can process people. We need staff to do that. And the idea that you can't do this quickly is absolute nonsense. If you are coming from a country where there is war or persecution and your life is in danger, we should be supporting you. Absolutely, I say that without question. But if you are an economic migrant and you're taking advantage of our system and our generosity, you shouldn't. You should be deported.
There's no one else. Wallace or you, get someone in there.
Well, look,
well,
that's what I want to go to Europe for. I want to be the mouthpiece. My own show is 2001, in 98 FM. I actually object to the name shock-jock. I know people use it, because if, you know, telling the truth and talking about things that nobody else will talk about is shocking, well then maybe I should own it. But the show did evolve from that maybe 7 or 8 years ago, probably just before COVID more so. Really, no. But I'm 30 years on the radio, so I'm a good talker. You know, over the last 3 to 4 years, I've seen a huge disconnect from the government and the people, because I listen to the people, whereas the government are listening to each other. The job of a representative in Dáil Éireann, for example, is to listen to the people and make decisions based on what they want. The job for me in Europe, because 80% of our laws come from Europe, will be to represent Ireland in Europe. When I see Fianna Fáil with, you know, Europe matters on the top of their posters, we all know what they care about. They care more about their jobs in Europe than they do about the Irish people. If I was going to use a slogan like that, it would be Ireland matters in Europe. And that's my priority when I go to Europe. We're in an emergency. This is a crisis, and it needs to be dealt with. And other parties, including the Soc Dems, including People Before Profit, and our government, created this problem with their all are welcome. The Green Party should never be allowed near a government building, or the Parliament in Europe for that matter. They shouldn't be allowed within 100 yards. We should actually bring in a law to get like a zone around it where the Green Party shouldn't be allowed. Because all they do, their answer to everything is tax it. I'm centre-right. I mean, I'm very left actually on some things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I voted yes in marriage equality, for example. That would be considered to be left-leaning. You know, so I would be very left on certain things. I always respect democracy, which is my key, because there are many things in this country that I don't agree with, and there are many things I do agree with. Absolutely.
Somebody should be living in it.